Amen. I won't be the excuse that I'm not blessed this year.
Amen. Amen.
After God, whoever you are, brings you out of this, you will know it was nobody but God. In 2 Samuel chapter 6. In 2 Samuel chapter 6. We've got some work to do. We've got some work to do.
Jesus, hallelujah.
If this is a prophetic year, Lord, why not start off with one of the prophets?
Come on. Oh, come on now.
In 2 Samuel chapter 6.
Yeah.
We have to cut across the grass so we can make sure we have enough time.
Yeah.
In verse 12.
Thank you, Jesus.
You have it, say amen.
Amen.
In 2 Samuel 6, verse 12. Now it was told King David, saying, the Lord has blessed the house of Obed-Edom and all that belongs to him on account of the ark of the covenant, because of the ark of God. David went and brought the ark of God from the house of Obed-Edom into the city of David with gladness. And it was that when the bearers of the ark of the Lord had gone 6 paces, he sacrificed an ox and a fatling, and David was dancing before the Lord with all his might. And David was wearing a linen ephod. Our focus text, and David was dancing before the Lord. Look at somebody in their eye like you mad at them. I'm going to speak from the topic, and I want you to repeat after me, and I don't care if they get mad. Tell them, get out your feelings.
Get out your feelings.
Get out your feelings.
Get them out.
They probably mad now. Look back at somebody else and tell them, get out your feelings.
Get out your feelings. Get them out.
Get out your feelings.
You may be sick. Get out your feelings.
Get them out.
Get out your feelings. In 2 Samuel chapter 6, I want to know from people in here, here's why I need you to talk back to me. Have you ever failed at something? Have you ever tried to do the right thing, but even the right thing turned out wrong? And come on, I need the people that are willing to be honest with me. Some of the stuff you knew what you were doing, but you did it anyway. And you ended up getting in trouble for it. There were some repercussions. Come on, y'all talk back to me. And again, this sermon is really get out your feelings. This is not the year to be walking in that. Regardless of how it ended up, regardless of how you ended in the pit of failure, God always has a way out. The Bible says that there is no temptation that's common unto man, but the Lord is faithful. If we were to really analyze this text, and again, I'm not going to be here long, and I thank God for all the visitors I see in the house. But before we can get to anything, we need to talk about the Ark of the Covenant that represents the presence of God. Come on, somebody say the presence of God.
Presence of God.
When we talk about the Ark of the Covenant, we talk about the presence of God. And before we look at the attempt, we need to understand that it is David who is anointed king at this point. And Saul is already dead. David is anointed king. And his responsibility is to take care of the presence of God. I want you to hear what I said again. Saul is now dead. And it's David's responsibility to make sure that he carries the power of God. Y'all don't mind if I talk directly to you guys? Some of you have to get out your feelings and stop complaining why you have to deal with so much. You have a responsibility to carry the power of God. Haven't you wondered by now, why are you the source that everyone runs to? Why is everybody leaning on you? You have a responsibility to carry the presence of God. It's 2018 and the responsibility is heavy. It's here we find out in chapter 6 as David is anointed king, and I want to make sure I have enough time to get you out of your feelings. It's here in chapter 6 we find David having a responsibility to carry the Ark of the Covenant. And it's very important that you understand that when you are a child of God, you cannot do what everybody else does. You cannot, come on y'all, don't look at me like that. get away with what everybody can get away with. Don't you know you are a chosen generation and a royal priesthood? Come on, y'all. If you can just get out of your feelings, there's sometimes you shake your head at yourself and just say, I just wanted to get over that. I just needed a break from me. It's David that finds out when it comes to being responsible for the presence of God. The Bible says that it is here in chapter 6 that David has to understand as king that when you have a responsibility, failure will sometimes happen. I know y'all not going to say amen. Failure will sometimes happen. But failure does not make it final. There's not going to be an amen. I'll try again. But failure does not make it final. Sometimes failure will show you what to do right the next time. Sometimes failure will show you what to avoid the next time. That's why y'all not saying nothing. Because I have a whole lot of people that failed at it the first time, but you're saying, God, if you give me another chance, I promise you this time around, I'll be more wise with my decision. He can walk past me all he wants to. My eyes are fixed on Jesus. Oh, come on now. They can do whatever they want to do. This time around, I'm setting my eyes on Jesus. It's David that finds out, come on, we've got some work to do. It's David that finds out that, watch this, that sometimes when you are carrying a responsibility for God, it's hard to avoid the emotional roller coaster and you can't help but to get in your feelings. So here's the story. We have to give a recap, and I pray you come to Bible study on Tuesday and we can go deeper into it. So they're carrying the Ark of the Covenant, and Uzzah, he's one of the people that is leading the Ark of the Covenant. Here's what they do, because the Ark of the Covenant had to be carried by the priest. The priest had a responsibility of carrying. Y'all don't mind if I just give y'all a synopsis real quick? The priest had a responsibility for carrying the Ark of the Covenant. Here's what they did. David, instead of listening to God, ended up listening to people. Y'all don't want to say nothing now? I want to tell whoever you are in here, you need to stop getting advice from people and start listening to God. You need to stop trying to get what's popular with everybody else, and you got to do it God's way. That's why y'all not agreeing with me. Some of us will rather be in agreement with our friends than walk in agreement with God. I don't care if you don't like it. The Lord is saying I cannot be at a club all week, all during the week, and then come to church and try to turn up for Jesus. Therefore, here's what the Lord says. You need to decrease so that I can increase. Y'all ain't saying nothing. I'm talking to some people here. You're tired of having a bad attitude, and you're tired of being emotional, and you're tired of when Monday come around, you already tired. Look at somebody and tell them you got to get out your feelings. I don't care if people are not calling anymore. You better make that your prayer time. You shouldn't be talking to them anyway. All they're talking about is mess. And mess and ministry don't mix. I know y'all ain't saying nothing. Ministry and Facebook don't mix. Ministry and y'all ain't saying nothing. I got news for you in here. If you want something different, you got to do something different. So here we are. And now watch this. Because they have determined, because David has listened to the people, they built a cart in order to carry the Ark of the Covenant. But remember what I just told you, the Lord has already determined, and we can go all the way back to that if y'all want to, but in 1 Chronicles chapter 12 and 2 Samuel 5, they'll give instructions on carrying the Ark of the Covenant. But the ox that's pulling the cart is carrying the Ark of the Covenant, and when he reaches a bump, the Ark of the Covenant, it stumbles and it falls. Okay, let's do it again. Because they're now carrying it the wrong way, it stumbles and it falls. I'm going to help you until somebody get a breakthrough. Because he's not handling the responsibility a certain way. That's when everything falls and comes off. I'm going to see if somebody will catch this Holy Ghost word real quick. When you don't handle stuff the right way, that's when you start to lose control and you start to lose your power. I told God, I just got this money. How dare me get paid today and then I'm broke tomorrow? Look at somebody tell me, you ain't handling your stuff. You ain't handling your stuff right. your feelings.
Get out.
They can get a new pair of shoes all they want, but I want sound mind. They can get a new outfit every week if they want. Their closet may be full, but their spirit is empty. I want to talk to some people that want God to pour out a blessing that you don't want to have room enough to receive. I see my time. They're transporting the ark. The first thing I want to give you is that, watch this, in order to get out your feelings, you're going to have to submit to the scripture. You're going to have to submit to the word of God. You're going to have to submit. I'm telling you, Oprah is a bad woman, but Oprah ain't God. I got news for you in here. Oh God, I know y'all hate Trump, but let me tell you, Trump ain't going to be the reason you're going to be happy. Oh God, yeah, thank God for Barack Obama. Thank God for a stimulus package. But I want to talk to people that want to walk in favor. That says this is my year. When I serve Jehovah Jireh, He is my provider. It's tax time. It's tax season. It's the praise of the King. Because it's just another day that the Lord has made. And I will rejoice in it. Those of you that want to get out your feelings, just look at somebody and tell them, I ain't mad. I just understand. I ain't mad at you now. I understand that demons are real. I'm not mad at you. I know now haters are real. I'm not mad at you. I just know that the people that you love are the ones that's jealous of you. The ones that should be helping you are the ones that's hurting you. But this is the day when God says, lean not to your own understanding. Acknowledge me in all your ways. And I shall. If you don't care about nobody being mad at you, just yell and tell them, get out!
Get out.
Then quietly whisper and tell them, your feelings.
Your feelings. And David, y'all don't mind if I preach like I'm feeling right? David is in his feelings because he didn't handle the Ark of the Covenant right. They're supposed to be carrying the Ark of the Covenant with the priests. But watch this, it stumbles and falls. And now Uzzah, he catches it and he dies. David says that something must be wrong. And he gets upset with God. And he now takes the Ark of the Covenant. Remember, the Ark of the Covenant means the presence of God. Come on. The Ark of the Covenant means the presence of God. So now when the Ark of the Covenant falls and Uzzah, he catches it, Uzzah dies, and David gets mad at God and says, now let's get rid of the presence of God. Let's take the Ark of the Covenant and give it to Obed-Edom. Oh, y'all ain't saying nothing. David says, this is too much to handle. God, I want to give news for you. I got news for somebody in here. There's sometimes when God is doing so much that it's hard to handle everything that God is doing. Can I talk to y'all real quick? Sometimes God can overwhelm you. Have you ever been overwhelmed by God? It seems like it was always something happening, and God wanted me always praying. Okay, y'all looking at me crazy, so I might as well do it like I feel it. My feet are starting to shake. Have you ever been in a season of your life where it was this person talking and this person running their mouth, and there was so much going on in the family and so much going in the house that I could not catch a break? Y'all looking at me crazy. Have you ever had to go for a ride by yourself because you didn't want company from nobody? Have you ever just sat in a house and got to a room by yourself because you said, I'm overwhelmed? Here's what David says. David says, get the Ark of the Covenant and take it to Obed-Edom. And when David hears that Obed-Edom did was blessed, David said, wait a minute, how dare me give Obed-Edom my blessing? Oh God, come on y'all. Here's what I'm trying to tell somebody. I'm trying to tell you that just because you're in trouble doesn't mean that you did something wrong. It could mean that the presence of the Lord is all over you, and the devil is mad at you. If he's trying to do everything in his power to knock you off your game, can I talk to you real quick? Sometimes the enemy can back you up in the corner and make you feel like it makes no sense in doing right, because every time I do good, evil is always present. Every time I try to do right, then the wrong always comes out. Every time I'm trying my best, it seems like my best not good enough. But look at somebody and tell them enough is enough. Tell them enough is enough. I'm not complaining no more. I'm not complaining no more. If God has for me, then who can be against me? If this is my assignment, I accept my responsibility that the weapons of our warfare, they're not carnal, but they're mighty to the pulling down of strongholds. Look at somebody and tell them be strong in the Lord and in the power. Wait a minute. Look at somebody, tell them be strong in the Lord.
Strong in the Lord.
And in the power
The power
of his might.
of his might.
I just got a breakthrough. Look at somebody and tell them be strong
Be strong
in the Lord
in the Lord.
and in the power
Power
of his might.
of his might.
Y'all still didn't receive that? I'm gonna try it again. Be strong in the Lord
Lord.
and in the power. Y'all come on, y'all still ain't receiving it. Somebody should be getting real happy real quick. Because there's a lot of times when people don't want you to be strong as long as they're in your life. But walk out of my life if you want to. I've got God on my side. In Psalms 24, I might as well go ahead and end this message. I can't take no more. I'm hearing the Lord talk. Now, what does the word say? What does the word say? In Psalms 24, David declares when he gets good, after he declared in 23 that the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. When he gets to 24, here's what the Bible says. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and everything that's in it. I wish somebody would get happy, for he has founded it upon the sea and established it upon the earth. Who may ascend unto the hill of the Lord, and who may stand in his holy place? He is who cleans hands and pure hearts, who has lifted up the soul to falsehood. I'm getting happy, I'm sorry. In verse 5 he says, he shall receive a blessing from the Lord and righteousness from God of his salvation. This is the generation of those that seek him. Look at somebody and tell them, I need you. Come on, look at somebody and tell them, I need you. I need you to get better. Come on, look at somebody and tell them, I need you. I need you to get better, because there's some better stuff on the way. But I'm not done yet. I feel the Holy Ghost in here. In verse 6 it says, this is the generation of those that will seek the Lord, who seek your face, even Jacob. God, in verse 7 is where I'm starting to have fun. Lift up your heads, all ye gates, and be lifted up, and the King of glory shall come in. I need you to get somebody. I need you to get somebody. I need you to get somebody and say, who is the King of glory? Who is the King of glory? The Lord
Who is the King of glory?
Who is the King of glory? The Lord mighty in battle. Lift up your heads, all ye gates, and the King of glory shall come in. not even mad at the devil. I just get upset
Yeah.
when Christians forget
Yes, Lord.
that greater is He. I'm going to try it over here. I think I need the power. Come on. I don't have everybody, but there's somebody that you can go to and say, you know what? I'm not feeling my best. But I just want to call and confess that times are hard. And I'm not trying to have a pity party for myself. So this is going to be the year where I need you to cover me. When I'm weak, y'all ain't saying nothing. That's why you got to watch your circle. You got to connect with some people that know how to pray for you. You got to connect with some people that will believe God for you. You got to connect with some people that believe you can be better. Look at somebody and tell them, I'm ready. Come on, look at them, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
To be better. To get out of your seat and just go find 5 people and tell them, get ready for this year to be the best year of your life. Get ready for this year to be the best year.
Get out.
This is not the year to be talking about she rolled her eyes at me. This is not the year to say, they keep on teasing me. This is not the year for you to say, they don't call me like they used to. Look at somebody, tell them, get out your feelings.
Get out.
This is not the year for you to say, you know what? We used to be much closer than this. This is time for you to have time with God. For you to stand under the mighty hand of God. And the Bible says after you suffered a while, then He'll establish you. I need you to smack somebody right in the hand and tell them, get out your feelings and get into your purpose. Get out your feelings and get into that career. Get out your feelings and get into that house. Get out your feelings and go up a level. That's saying this is my time.
Oh, yeah. Hear the word of the Lord. Have Lord.
I've been strong for everybody else. But this year is my time. I'm not even trying to be selfish. But this is the year where I reap what I sow. Somebody sowed in tears. And this is the year where you tell God, you know what, God? I'm out of my feelings now. Because faith and feelings, they don't mix. It's either I'm going to believe him and trust him, or I'm going to go off my feelings. And here's what I know. If I go off my feelings, sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't. Yeah.
Is there anybody here you have to get yourself out your feelings? Has anybody ever put yourself on a timeout? Has anybody ever tell yourself, shut up? You know the next word out your mouth ain't gonna be good. I hear what the Lord is saying now. I want the next word to be out of your mouth. That I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise continually. He is my everybody standing to your feet. I want to see something. I want to see something. I want to see if you got hard enough to look at somebody in the eye and tell them I'm over it. Come on, get an attitude and tell them I'm over it. Come on, you put your hand on your hip. Come on, tell them I'm over it. Oh, come on, listen to me. I'm over you speaking one day, and the next day you don't want to talk. I'm over you being sometime wishy-washy, funny style. I'm over it. This is the year where my mind is made up. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over 1 minute. They want to be family. And next minute they want to be haters. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over sometimes. Watch this. Oh, God, we're going to go and tell on the church. I'm over people want me to be pastor. And then want to be my buddy. But then you don't want my correction. I'm over it. This is the year where we say, it's God's way.
What a highway.
Pastor Ben, what are you talking about?
God's way of the highway.
I'm talking about, watch this. In order for things to fall in order, you're going to have to be the first in line. If they don't want to go, they don't have to go. If they don't want to change, don't change. But I'm going to do it God's way. Because I realize this, and watch this, when I do it God's way, that's when I understand that the blessings of the Lord maketh rich and adds no sorrow. I know somebody just missed what I said. I got news for you. When you say yes to God, God begins to open up doors that no man can close. Spencer, come here real quick. Come here, I ain't used you in a whole long time. It's been a long time. Anybody remember when Spencer first came back to the church? Come on up here, man. Got your church fan and everything. That's good. When Spencer first came to the church, Spencer didn't have a suit the first. And he hadn't been to church in over how many years? 20 years. But when God brought him back to the house, I've got news for you. How you start ain't gonna be the way you finish. I've got news for somebody here. It ain't over until God says it's over. You can come in one way, but And now the goal is not to be arrogant. The goal is, as it has been given to me, my job is to give it to somebody else. So now last night, I'm sorry, man, I just got to tell you real quick. Because of this fast that I'm on, there's certain things that I can't eat. And while me and Simone was out, Simone had her little something, and I had something. I just got a call from Brother Spencer. Brother Spencer said, "Man, did you eat?" As a matter of fact, I did. He said, "Well, what do you want?"
Thank you, Lord.
We had no plans on hanging together.
Thank you, Jesus.
But while he was getting ready to eat, he was making sure that I had something to eat. I know y'all don't like this good. I want to help somebody. The thing about what God is going to do for you this year is that he just doesn't want to bless you for you. But he want to bless you so you can be a blessing to somebody else. And when that blessing goes to somebody else, that blessing